gotta wipe my camera down here. Sorry, guys. So it's not so blurry. Hi, how are you, darling? I haven't finished this one yet, so I might just keep working on it a bit till I figure out what the hell I want to color. Hi, Mandy. How are you, lovely? Maybe they can help pick. I'm just trying to get my light here. Oh, there's like dust or whatever on my table and it's driving me crazy. Yuck. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Hate it when that happens. Hello, Lynn. How are you, beautiful? Oop, I just hit the phone. My bad. Oh my goodness. Feel better, Brooke. That is not fun. I went through that, and so did my family this year. It's definitely not fun at all. My heart goes out to you, my darling. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Oh. They knocked all this over, babe. Yeah, it's all on the floor. Alright, I'm back. Apologies, friends. Hi, Dawn. Hello, Steve, my friend. Oh, damn it. It's been quite the day today. How is everyone doing? Other than Brooke, who's really sick. Oh, goodness gracious. I've been in kind of a slump. I was going through some anxiety things, and Zoe kind of got me out of it yesterday. She called me when I told her I was having anxiety issues. And we talked for quite a bit, and it helped, and I colored for a bit, and I guess we helped each other out, really, I should say, because I think we were both kind of going through something, and it was nice to just have somebody there. And you did great. Thank you. You were awesome, darling. That's why I really haven't been doing much lives, because I've just been in this anxiety kind of slump. See, a lot of people get seasonal depression, you know, around Christmas, like Christmas and after Christmas. Me, it's before Christmas, because it's the stress of, you know, gifts and financial and all of that. So it all gets to me, and, you know, how I'm gonna get gifts for everybody, and, you know, how I'm gonna manage Christmas dinner and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, it's just that kind of stress, and I start my anxiety starts when that happens. So let me just turn on my do not disturb. There we go. The holidays, I'm telling you, have become so overrated and so commercialized that even when I see people put up Christmas lights early, like my husband's brother has already put out his Christmas decorations out front of the house and lights and stuff. And it just reminds me that we're that much closer to Christmas, and I haven't even started Christmas shopping, and I haven't done, you know, there's so much that needs to be done, and I haven't even started. So that's when it starts to really get to me. So yeah. Do you think I should do blue slime, or should I go with like a light kind of color? Because I have brought in the blue into the flowers. Yeah, his brother has already put out like Christmas lights all on his lawn and stuff, and it's like, really? Like, it was just, I mean, I know Christmas is coming and the stores have to put stuff out, but once the Christmas lights and stuff start being put out, I really start to get really, really worked up, I guess is the word. I'm not 100% sure what the word is, but I start to get really anxious and stuff like that, so. I know it doesn't have to be about money, and you are right. You're right. And it just, I don't know. But anyways, let's change the subject, because I'm just going to be blech if I keep going. So, I can do blue, but I'm going to do like a tealy kind of blue slime on it. If I can. Let's see. I don't know yet. Let's see how we're going to do this. Okay, we'll do it this way. I know. I know. It's crazy, right? Like, it just, you can't even get over one, you know, holiday or, you know, whatever, and they're already starting with another, and you're like, seriously? Can we just get through this one before. First, it'll be Valentine's Day. By January, all the Valentine's stuff will be out and on the shelves. At least here they are. And then it'll be Easter come February. Yeah. But yeah, that's just, you know. So, if I don't end up getting to my lives, please understand that, you know, I've got a lot going on in my head. And I love, you know, doing this with you guys and being here with you guys. But sometimes, you know, anybody who suffers from anxiety or whatever knows that sometimes the anxiety can take over. Yes, first is your birthday, Zoe. Oh, shit. Shit. So I'm going to put this to the side. I just wanted to do this. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Dawn. Yeah, we don't, hubby doesn't, I mean, we don't really bother with Valentine's Day. Some, you know, every once in a while we'll get each other a card to say how much we love each other, but I mean, it doesn't have to be just on Valentine's Day that, you know, we tell each other how much we love each other, you know. It doesn't have to be just one day to show how much you love somebody, so. Yep, because everything goes up on actual Valentine's Day. Lots of restaurants jack their prices up for that day, which is pretty sad, right? Like, they're still going to make their money overall, but, you know, that's what comes with greed when it comes to, you know, businesses and corporations and stuff like that. Okay, so this is the page that I started when I was talking to Zoe last night. I'm looking. I'm thinking about coloring. Sassy Coloring just put out. And if anybody's interested, I can send you the page. But, let me see if I can find it, because I put it in here. Yeah. This is the Wizard of Oz page. I know, I pretty much completed the whole page. This is a Wizard of Oz page by Sassy Coloring. I was thinking maybe starting on this one. I'm not 100%, but... either this one or maybe an R.J. Hampson page. I've got a lot of books pulled out, but let's see. Let's see what doesn't scare the bejeebers out of me. Follow the yellow brick road. Let's see. Everybody's doing that one. The observatory. I'm looking at the R.J. Hampson pages. Hang on, guys. Oops, sorry guys, didn't mean to hit the screen. So there's this one from Moonlight Madness, I think it is. What is it? Yeah, or sorry, Moonlight Mischief. There's this one or this one here. And then from the Lost and Found book, that's where the second set starts. Hum diddy dum dum dum. We can do this one from the Lost and Found. There's a lot of flowers, more than I'd like, but what do you think, Zoe? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's a pretty door, but there's so many freaking flowers, more than I like, but... I do like this one, too. It's the observatory. I mean, there's a lot of leaves, but I think it's a cute page. Oops, I lost my picture. I know, the doors do cheer me up. Yeah. I'm just looking at the Dorothy one because I'm not sure how I want to go with it. Like, I know how I want to do her, but I'm still on the fence about it, so... That's the problem. I have so many books that I love pages in, and it's so hard to choose sometimes which one to do, unfortunately. This one's Tiger, but I don't want it. It's too much orange for me. Well, I'll keep going on this page that I have here, and we'll see what happens from there. I mean, I could do a page out of Bubble Worlds, too. It's okay, Zoe. It's all good. Here's the one that I saw that I was... Okay, Willow, come on, baby. No. Stop. Enough. Maybe this one. Go see Daddy. Jesus. There was this one too that I was looking at. Maybe we'll do this one. It's not overly detailed, but it's just enough. This one's cute too. Oh yeah, that's the dragon fruit one. We can either do the dragon fruit one or this one here. Or this little one here from Bubble Worlds. You like this one? That's the one you like? Is that what you're saying, Lynn? Yeah, I think this one's cute. And I also like that one and this one. Like, they're just so cute, all of them. I'm just thinking about the rooftop, what color I would color the roof. But we will figure it out. Sounds good. All right, so we're going to go with this one. For those of you, if you do have this book, you're more than welcome to join in the coloring if you'd like. If not, that's okay too. Sorry, I'm just getting extra paper to put underneath here. Alright. Alright, and I gotta move some of these pencils off to the side here. Apologies about this. You can go here. Sorry, I'm just moving some stuff around here so I can... I got my organized mess going on here, so... Books everywhere. Yeah. Fun, fun, fun! Okay, so... Okay, so anybody who wants to, you can join us. This is from the new Coco Wild Bubble Worlds book, if you do have it. I don't know if I'd go purple and red, but I might go blue. Blues of some sort anyways. But I do have my Christmas pulled out too, so. Alright, so. What shall we talk about today, ladies and gentlemen? Anything in particular you guys want to discuss? Any questions about supplies that you have that you're not sure about? Anything. I'm just thinking where I'm going to start. So I think I might do like a purple tree. As crazy as that sounds, remember this is an enchanted world and we are in Denise's head right now. So it will be a purple tree. Like a grayish cherry purple kind of tree. And then the house will be an off shade. Hello, Hannah. How are you? Hi, Lou. I didn't even see you pop in there, Lou. So, let's see in my fruit finish. I mean, it will be purple, but it might be like an off shade of purple. I mean, like I don't know how to explain it. It's hard to explain how I'm thinking, but you guys will probably think I'm crazy with the colors that I'm going to use, but there's certain purple I am looking for. Well, a certain type of pencil I am looking for. If I can find it, it would be nice. Apparently I'm not going to find it now that I want it. That's the problem. It's like a blue kind of purple. It's a weird color, to be honest. That, and that. I don't need you. I might need you. We'll go with what I have at the moment, and we'll go from there, I suppose, for the tree. Use that for the... Okay. Yes, I am talking to myself. Apologies, guys. Aw, I hope you feel better, Thomas. Well, yeah, it's going to be kind of like a purple and red, but it's like a different kind of purple and red, if it makes sense, or if it will make sense to anybody. Okay. So for this, I am using my original Brute pruners for the tree part. Make sure my sharpener is empty for a new picture. Oh, poop. I'll finish up my Hannah Lynn page at a later time. I've never had whips before until I met Zoe, and then now I have whips galore, but I'm okay with that. Things can change. So the color combo I'm using, because this I didn't finish her at all. I still have a few things to finish on her. I still have some shading to do. I have her eyes. I have the flower on her hat. I have the shading in her hair to do. I have the shading down here. I have the shading on these mushrooms and the flowers. And also the down here. And then the rest of... So I have a little bit... Lynn. I know, I never had whips. I used to hate whips. Now, I'm telling you, I keep calling it Zoe Voodoo. She has this thing, which isn't a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all, Zoe, so please don't take it that way. I joke with her and say it's Zoe Voodoo. She has this magic. I don't know, Zoe makes you feel like you can conquer any page you choose. And until I met Zoe, I mean, honestly, I didn't really have much confidence in myself. I mean, my family was telling me, your pages are beautiful. I had other people telling me my pages were beautiful. And, they loved the way I color. But I don't know. Zoe has this kind of thing. I don't know what it's called, but... And she just makes you feel like your pages are, yeah, I don't know. It just makes me feel... She's given me a little bit more confidence than I used to have with my coloring. And so have you, and all of you guys have. I mean, I would have never done live streams before until I met Zoe. I mean, yeah, I did do lives on Instagram, but it's not like YouTube. And until I met Zoe, I would have never attempted lives. And she even said, try it. At least try, a live on or YouTube and see how you go and how you feel. And with the support of all of you, it's helped me a great deal, to be honest. And I love doing it and coming here and seeing you guys. So so I am using my Brute Fooners. I'm using 107. I'm using 017, and I'll be using 087. If you do have the Brute Fooners, like these round ones, with just the Brute Fooner name and the number. I really hope they change the originals and put like color names on them. It would be nice to have Brute Fooners with actual color names instead of... Hello, Zoe. Did you hear what I said about you? Yes, is anybody interested in this image? And if you don't have the book. I was telling everybody that you have given me the confidence and enough to the way I color. Before I met you, I didn't really have that much of confidence in myself. Lynn and myself were just talking about it. Yeah, I was praising your voodoo. Because I never had whips before I met you either. I hated whips. But with your encouragement, you know, makes me feel like I can tackle any page, really. Well, I hope everything ends up working out, Thomas. I really do, honey. Try not to let it get you down, though. I know it's easier said than done, though, when somebody says that to you, you know. That isn't part of the tree. That is part of the... Okay. So yeah, anybody who has this book can join along. And if you want me to, I mean, I use mixed media on my pages, so... but right now, for the tree, I'm using Brute Fooners. I know. You missed the whole conversation, girl. You're going to have to rewatch it from the beginning when this gets posted. We never had whips because I would finish everything I colored because that's the way I wanted, you know, that's the way I felt like coloring. But because I started doing lives, because you encouraged me to do them, now I have a lot more whips because on my lives, I want to try and do different pages so everybody doesn't get bored watching the same page, me doing the same page over and over and over again. You know, so that's why I end up with whips, because yeah, I do end up finishing my whips because they drive me crazy just sitting there. That's why I finish my whips. Because if I don't, I feel like I'm, you know, like I haven't accomplished anything. That's all. Coco Wyo has been knocking out some pretty awesome books lately. And again, I don't know if it's different artists or what, but like the Enchanted Gnomes book, I hope they come out with, like, I wish they would come out with just maybe a, you know, holiday one of some sort. I mean, I'm not a seasonal colorist by any means, but for other people, I hope they come out with, like, you know, a Christmas gnomes or something like that, you know, for those who are seasonal colorists. I mean, I wouldn't mind having it in my arsenal of coloring books, but I'm not one to seasonally color, you know. You're still working on your Peryton? Yeah. It's turning out beautiful, though. It's absolutely stunning, girl. Bubble Worlds, like this from this picture is another amazing book knocked out by Coco Wyo and their artists. What was the one thing I was thinking? Something. Oh, so when that jar stuff came out, like things in a jar, you know, life in a jar books came out. All the different publishers and artists started knocking out the life in a jar books. Now it's the bubble worlds. I've seen a few artists or whatever put out Bubble World books. Not as good as this, but I mean, they're putting them out there. So I guess it's like a domino reaction. What sells for one person and other companies see it's doing well. Well, oh, well, we got to do the same thing because if it worked for them, then we can do it. But what they don't think about is the artwork and the amount of time that should go into a book instead of just using AI to create a book to get quick cash. So, I've noticed since Coco Wyo put out the Bubble Worlds book, a few other publishing companies have started putting out Bubble World books again because see, I have like Glassy World books and stuff like that. I don't worry too much about making it look like glass. I mean, I'll put the highlights in, yeah, but I mean, to make it look like real glass, you know me, I'm not about realism. I color the page and put the highlights where I think will look. You're right. Some of the AI images are stunning, and I'm not saying anything bad about AI. Well, technically, to some degree, yes, I am. Because sometimes, I mean, there is really good AI, books out there, which is great because I have quite a few of them. And then there's other ones that are just sloppily put together. That's what I mean. Like, I don't mind AI coloring books at all. I really don't. Just at least try to put some work into it. Not, just throw it together and put it out there for a quick buck. That's all. Yeah, true enough, but not all AI is stealing an artist's work, to be honest. Sometimes maybe the artist has a problem with their hands or whatever, but still wants to create art, so they use AI, Um, but I'm talking about those, publishers or whatever out there, like I said, that do it kind of sloppily, and or it's like a picture like this in the middle of a page, like something like this, maybe a little bigger, but in the middle of this gigantic page, which is all white. That's what I'm talking about, like books that are kind of not done well. Yeah. Again, I'm not knocking AI because I have some AI books. Yeah, like your Goblins book is AI. Yeah, at least if you're gonna do it, at least, take the time to. That's all I'm saying, Zoe. And I do have AI books. I have a Kawaii Animals book that's AI. Actually, I have 2 of them that are AI, and I love my Kawaii Animal books. It's actually one of my favorites in my collection, which I haven't done in a while, but I should get back to my little friends because everybody loves the way I color those little guys. So like I said, the tree is going to be purple, but it's going to be like a off kind of purple. I don't know what kind of purple this would be, but yeah, your Christmas Darlings one is beautiful. You're right, it is beautiful, and that artist's work is absolutely stunning. There's good AI, and then there's really, really cheaply done just to make a buck AI. Let's see if I can find my Kauai book. I always have it with me. I never put this book away because I always have it here. This one here. My Kauai animal book. It is made by Lauren Kay. And you can see it's AI based, but okay. It is very popular. I've colored quite a few pictures out of this already. Little sloth and the rainbow. Little piggy. I colored a llama out of this one, and I colored a little lion and a tiger or a giraffe out of this one. This is the next one I want to color, and I think I might end up coloring this on a live with you guys, because I'm thinking about doing like purple and blue flowers around this little guy. But you can see, I mean, the fingers, there's one too many little, you know, fingers there. But you know, like I said, there's really crappy AI, and then there's yeah, I have that one, and then there's another Kauai animal one, if I can find it. I think it's back here. If I can find you. There you are. This is the other Kauai animal book I have. Hey, Blue, how are you, beautiful? And this is, I mean, they're just quick, easy colorings. But again, you make it what you make it. You know, like this one could be a little Christmas teddy bear if I really wanted to make it that. And these are AI as well, so. Little deer I can use to make like Christmassy, the way looks like jewels on his head. Alligator, giraffe, little goat, little lion, another little piggy. I love this little guy too. So yeah, I mean, I'm not knocking AI work because, you know. All right. But yeah, it seems to be like the consensus that, you know, and usually it starts with Cocowayo that I've noticed. Cocowayo puts out, you know, a book that becomes like a huge seller. Like when they came out with their Life in a Jar book. That was the first time I had ever seen a Life in a Jar book. Now, not to say that those books hadn't been out there before, but when they put out like Glassy World and Life in a Jar, it's almost like the whole coloring book kind of artists and publishers just went crazy with following in the footsteps of Cocowayo, and you know, and it just blew up. I don't think Blue would have blocked you, honey. It could just be an issue going on with YouTube again. But yeah, so, you know, But it's just like YouTube, you know, in the coloring community. It's kind of unavoidable because we all have different subscribers. We all have different viewers. So, you know, not everybody's going to see like Zoe and myself, we could do, you know, like we did our tag. Not everybody follows the same channels or whatever the case. So, you know, it may seem like we're copying somebody or whatever, but in reality, all these channels are just, you know, doing what they do because, again, we have different followers, different subscribers. We don't all follow the same channels. So, you know, that we're not all going to see the same kind of things. I don't know how to explain it. I've talked to Zoe about it. Yeah, exactly. I'm just, I don't know how to explain it, Zoe. I mean, it may not be coming out right. But not everybody follows the same people on YouTube. So, and sometimes people on YouTube think, you know, that other people have stolen their ideas, and I've done it before too. But it was brought to my attention that, you know, everybody has different viewers, different subs, different. Hi, Tamara. You know, different kind of. Yeah, I'll just shut up now because I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, come on now. Really? How's everybody's Sunday? Everybody having a good Sunday today? Things are going to cross over. It may seem like people are copying. We all give credit where it's due. Originally posted. Thank you, Zoe, for fixing that for me. You're definitely earning that mod, that, you know, mod name. So quiet. Hubby's playing his game. Are you still playing Ghost Recon, babe? Yeah, he's been playing Ghost Recon today. And Zoe messaged to make sure I was alive. She had to make sure I was still kicking. So let's take the lightest shade and go over everything once more with the lightest shade that I used and blend her all out. You resub to what group again, honey? Oh, yeah, to Southern Lotus, that's right. Yeah, I explained what you thought, and I explained the Google Translate, and that's when she kind of understood. That's when Tamara understood that. And I said, I don't think they meant it the way it came out. I said, Zoe doesn't think so either. But the funny thing is Zoe and I were discussing that the one day, and she was looking it up, but Southern Lotus headquarters, or is it the headquarters or main office, is actually in Delaware in the US. But the people who run it are from, I think, China or something. So Zoe and I were like curiouser and curiouser. I'm just thinking they outsource it to China or whatever for very nice, very nice. Yeah, so some of their comments, like if you go through some of the comments, they come off as rude, but like Zoe said, it sounds like they're using Google Translate, so it will sound like it's coming off as ignorant and rude, when in actuality it's not meant that way, I guess. Right, Zoe? Am I saying that right? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Based in America, but they're coming across as speaking a different language and using Google Translate, which is why there's no emotion. Okay. And I mean, I took screenshots of different comments for different people and showed Zoe, and that's when she came to the conclusion that sounds like or looks like they're using Google Translate to talk to people. That could be part of it too, because I took it the same way you did, and I'm bipolar, Tamara. And I understand what you mean about taking things the wrong way with your bipolar. We read into something a lot different than most people would, to be honest. Somebody with irrational trains of thought. But being bipolar is our brain is a little bit more manic, and sometimes we see or hear things that are kind of off, you know. I get it. I do, honestly. Okay, so that is the tree. I don't know if I should shade, like blend it out the dark and see what happens. See what we get if I blend it out a little bit. There was any malice there. It's not your fault. That's the problem. When you're texting, sometimes it can be taken, the wrong way. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate that, sweetie. Unfortunately, it's true. There is a lot of people don't realize that sometimes when you text something, it kind of has a tone. Especially for somebody who doesn't know you well or something. There's a tone to sometimes some comments made. And yeah. Are you going to color this picture too, Zoe? You bought this book, did you not, Tamara? I thought I saw it in your haul picture. I could have been wrong, but this is from Coco Wild's Bubble Worlds book. Yeah, the Coco Wild Bubble Worlds. That's where this picture is from. The new Coco Wild. Oh, I thought you did get it. I thought I saw it in your haul picture. Or did you say you were adding it to your wish list or cart or something? I can't remember. It was something. But I thought you had bought the book. Wow, that's a change. I must be rubbing off on you. Huh. Probably not. You didn't have that much more to go with her, though, with your Periton. There wasn't that much more to go with her. Okay, now, Afterlife and Spooky Doll. Okay. Yeah, this one is from the... I think Coco Wild needs to update their free pages when you sign up to their whatever. I think they need to update their free pages that they give away, because their free pages are from like when they first started. Yeah, when they first started the company. I think they definitely need to refix and get some new some newer pictures, so you know, of the newer books sort of thing. Yeah, I don't want that. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out colors here. I don't know yet. I do not know. Okay. Apologies, darlings. Just trying to figure out colors here. Okay, so I think we'll try these colors here that I got going. Don't know how well it'll go, but we'll do our best. We'll do our best with what we have. Full screen name. If I type it in chat, will it show? I'm not sure if it'll show you. It should, shouldn't it? Yeah, you're almost done your Periton, girly. It'll be nice to see. Poor Zoe was so upset when she realized she colored the wrong page. Because she was trying to do a buddy color with me for the one that I did finish. And it so happened that when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's gorgeous, da 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 da. And then she's the one that realized that it was the wrong bloody picture. I was like, no, it's not. She's like, yeah. So I looked at my page. I'm like, oh, it is. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, we couldn't, you know. It was just unbelievable. We couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh. But I told her to keep going because I thought it was pretty anyway. So she kept going on it. It was still upsetting though, because, you know. It's all good. I finished my little Periton that I did. And it all worked out. It's all good. All good. Right, girls? And I'll finish up my other page. I just got to go grab my charger, ladies. In a momento si replay. Are your teammates being doinks, babe? Getting you caught? Is that what you were mad about earlier? Your teammates? Hang on a second. Move this a bit. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, now that I'm charging my phone, it is, because we are in degrees Celsius. Let me see my weather. It is 5 degrees Celsius here, but it feels chillier than that, to be honest. Okay, so I'm going to use this color from my Indras for the roofs. Oh, should I do the roofs? Or should I do these? Okay, we'll do the doors, and it's going to be purple anyways, but we'll do these, and then we'll work it from there. And remember, this is my enchanted world in my head. So things are going to be crazy, crazy. Not psychedelic crazy, but enough to make me happy in my own little world with the colors, because I need color in my life. That's not it. Whoopsie. I made a boo-boo there. But that's what erasers are for. 70 in Kansas. Yeah. Ooh, snowing where you are, eh, Blue? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Where are you? You're in Alberta, right? I have all of Camelia's miniatures. It's the only thing by Camelia that I always got was her miniature books. Um, I mean, I have her amazing mythical creatures books. That was one of the first ones I got. My daughter bought me one year um, one of the mandala books because I had it on my wish list at the time, and that's when I first started coloring. Well, not really first started coloring, but came across Camelia's stuff before the miniatures started. Um, I got a couple of others by her, but most of my Camellia books are either her miniatures or her fairy house books. Because I love my fairy houses, so. Go away, flies. Oof. Yeah, I have every single one. I think I've colored most of the what do you call it, enchanted doors in all of her miniature books. Like I left a comment in her group the other day, 50 Enchanted Doors book would be awesome by her. I'd love that book. I'd probably buy 2 copies just to have the Enchanted Doors because I love the way she draws her Enchanted Doors and what she does like around the doors and stuff. I mean, I love all that. The tail is done. Well, yay for you. And then what are you going to color after that? Do you know? Are you going to work on another whip, or are you going to maybe work on a new page? Say this one. And in this book, it was hard for me to choose a page too, because there are so many that I love in this book. What book did you say there was a few pictures that gave you kind of R.J. Hampson vibes, Zoe? Was it this one? I can't remember what book it was. Oh, okay. Was it this book that you said some of the pages gave you like R.J. Hampson vibes, or was it something else? Somebody said it gave them R.J. Hampson vibes. Oh, that's it. The Gabby Wolf one. Yes. That's what it was. Thank you for reminding me. I do want that book as well, but it's not like a hard want kind of book. I mean, it's a cute book, and I do want to get a book. Or that book, eventually, but it's not one of those books like when Camellia comes out with a new miniature book. It's like, oh, I have to have it. I must have it. You know what I mean? It's not one of those books. It was just like the Bubble Worlds book. When I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have this book. I mean, I only saw a couple of pictures on the back for samples, but okay, yeah. Already at only 3.5 months, he jumped on the couch. Oh my goodness, Blue. That's fallen into my cart, she says. Ow, that burnt my fingers. Who was it? It was, oh, who do you call it? Colored Caramel, came out with the Snow Globes, Kawaii Snow Globes book, for anybody who doesn't know. Okay, Dawn, no worries, honey. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the rest of your day, sweetheart. So, if anybody does like Colored Caramel stuff, then she's got her Kawaii Snow Globes book out. And she's got colorable Christmas cards as well. Colored Caramel does. They're actually super cute. I think they're adorable, the colorable cards. And I know Coco Weil came out with the 24 Days to Christmas, but it's a 50-page book. And it's got pages with the days on it as a countdown, and then it's got pages in between with, like, I guess, quotes. I'm not really big on that one. I didn't even get the 30 Days to Halloween. I mean, I love, you know, weird, creepy Halloween stuff, and strange. But I don't do the countdown, honestly. I've never done, like, countdown or advent calendars for anything. I mean, lots of people like doing it, but I don't buy them. And I know you don't have to, like, do the advent calendar and do the countdown per se, but if I buy the book, I'm going to feel like I'm obligated to, you know, have to color a page a day, and then that would pretty much be the only book I color for whatever the countdown is for, like Halloween, or because I used to do more than one page a day when I colored, but nowadays, not so much. Just not so much. 4'10", so it's our fault for getting English Mastiffs. I'm only 5'2". I'm not that much taller than you there, girl. Might be the water here in Canada. That keeps us short. That's what I think. It's the water. There's something in the water here. Yeah, that's true too. Oh, I got watching this guy. I was telling Zoe about his name is Tyler Oliveira or something. And he does documentaries, but he brings awareness to different parts of the world and like different parts of the US. And he did a video on Vancouver because Vancouver, BC, has just legalized pretty much every drug out there because they were trying to do this whole decriminalization, you know. So they figured that if they legalize everything, then the crime rate will go down. Yeah, it did not work as well, but now everybody is like zombies, especially the homeless people. They're walking around like zombies in the main part of town because they're so high on everything, you know. So it's just they were trying to follow like how Portugal or whatever some of the other countries did the decriminalization, you know, less crime if they allow this and that. And yeah, it backfired because they only, what he was saying was they only did half the work. They didn't put in all the work to do what they needed to do. So they only put in half the work. And now everybody is like, you know, it's just sad to see. And even it's a huge epidemic. The homeless people in Alaska, people are literally freezing, living in tents. They were saying that people, 6 people a day die because they're frozen to death because a lot of them end up homeless. They end up drinking booze to keep warm. And because of that booze keeping them warm, they end up passing out on wherever and they end up freezing to death. And literally, some of them have fallen asleep sitting on benches and they freeze to death in the cold in Alaska. And of course, the city's doing nothing. What the city does is they take a bulldozer, they bulldoze all the wherever the tents are, they bulldoze it right through their tents, everything that these people own, everything. They bulldoze them all out. They give them like 3 days warning to move their stuff because they're coming in to clean up the area of the homeless. So they do all that and then they bulldoze them all out of there and not even give them an option of, you know, another place to go live or, you know, to help them out. They don't even give them that, which is, in my opinion, sad. At least, you know, if you're going to kick them out of their homes, at least kind of try to help them. You know, give them an option of, you know, maybe they can go to a hotel or, you know, something. Don't just leave them, you know, helpless out there. That's kind of mean, in my opinion. And a lot of people who are homeless don't have a choice about being homeless, to be honest. They really don't have a choice. You know, and it's just heartbreaking, to be honest. It really is. Instead of helping these people, they're just making the situation worse than what it should be. You know, and it's just a sad, sad situation to me. If I had the money, I would honestly help where I can, but, or, you know, at least try to open a shelter or something, you know, but I don't know. Just breaks my heart. No, it shouldn't be on private. That's weird. But no, I'll change it to public because that's so weird that it is on private because before I started the live, I put it on public. That's really strange. But no, it'll be public, honey. So you can rewatch it. World of Richer Get Richer. Yeah, you're right. And the poor with nothing. Exactly. Heard MP the other day. And I will find you a clip after live. Yeah, it's just kind of, I don't know, it just breaks my heart because, you know, these politicians make all these bloody promises and what do? Nothing. They're not doing anything. It's just heartbreaking. Like, you plowed their homes over. You know what I mean? Like, they literally plowed their homes over with a bulldozer with all these people's stuff in it. It gives them 3 days notice, and obviously they're homeless, so they have no place to go. They go to this tent city where everybody else who's homeless is and make a little town for themselves, and then they're bulldozed out, and all their stuff is literally plowed over. Everything they own, whatever they have left, is literally run over and crushed by a bloody bulldozer. Like, what is fucking wrong with people? And the that Tyler guy said they're not fixing the situation, they're just moving the situation or the problem. They're not fixing the problem, they're moving the problem by, offering these homeless people one-way ticket to somewhere warm or a one-way ticket to a different state or different place. So they don't have to deal with it, but it'll become another state's problem or another country's problem. That's not helping them. Yeah, well, your MP's a moron. Sorry to say, but plain and simple, he's a bloody moron. Being homeless is not a choice sometimes. I get it. Some people choose to live that way because, drugs or alcohol to them is more important than anything. But then there's some people who don't really have a choice because the rental market going up and the price, the price inflation of things. And some people just cannot live. They cannot make ends meet. I know some people here who have 3 jobs and still cannot make ends meet. Like, it's not a choice. Thing is these politicians won't understand unless they actually live it themselves, to be honest. I don't think they'll ever understand until they live it themselves and it's happened to them. I've been homeless before with my kids. Thank God my husband's mom had a place and the kids would stay in the house, and hubby and I, we stayed out in our truck. I mean, we went inside for like food and stuff like that, but if it wasn't for his mom, we'd literally be out on the streets in the truck with my kids. I mean, me and him were in the truck, but that was okay. I just didn't want my kids in it. Yeah, right, Blue? But think about it though, Blue. They're not doing anything here to help them either. Where I live in Belleville, Ontario, okay, there are empty buildings everywhere. Empty buildings just sitting there, empty, not being used. And the homeless, are trying to find a place to stay warm during the cold. And, our government and MP and anything won't open up these buildings for them, which is stupid. They're all vacant. There's nothing, open up one of these buildings for a shelter for these guys. Like, what is the problem? That you have the resources here. It's not that they don't have the resource or the room, because they do, you know. But just like everywhere else, what do? They move the problem. They offer them, a one-way ticket to here, or, oh, it's better to go stay in this town. They have more resources for homeless people, and they, bus them and say, we'll be back to pick you guys up, if you want to come back home, and they never come back. It's just heartbreaking. Some people, yes, like I said, they have made the choice to live like homeless, but a lot of people don't, because of that price inflation and, you know, the price of living and stuff. It's just too much for people. Again, like I said, and I know I'm repeating myself, just I think I'm going to darken up this tree a bit with a darker browny purple, just because it's kind of set back from the rest of it all. Exactly, and that's the problem. It's too much paperwork for them. But they'd rather deal with the paperwork, to do with, when they pass away or die on the street. They can deal with that paperwork, not a problem. I don't know, just stupidity. Absolute stupidity. There's no reason they can't, at least try to show some support to these people, but no, like you guys said, it would be too much work for them, right? Absolutely too much work for them. Sad. Really is sad. And they really got to stop promising people stuff like, oh, there's better resources here. Come here, They drop them off and leave them, never come back, Just have a bloody heart, for Christ's sakes. Seriously. But until these politicians and all that have lived it, because most politicians have been raised with a, silver spoon in their mouth. Most of them. Some of them have lived it, like the native guy that just won in, I think it was, where was it? Alberta, Saskatchewan. It was somewhere that won. I mean, he probably understands, but I mean, till they've lived it, they won't understand. But unfortunately, it's a huge epidemic, and it's not just, in a certain area. It's literally worldwide, the epidemic. I was watching that Tyler guy that, people ended up going to Hawaii. The homeless in Hawaii is horrible. They end up going to Hawaii, on a vacation, and they love it so much they never leave, but they end up, because Hawaii is one of the most expensive places, they say, to live. They end up homeless on the street doing drugs, and they stayed from their trip because it was beautiful, and they got sucked into that beauty and that, and unfortunately it didn't work the way they planned on it, and it's just, a lot of people are like that. They go on vacation, they go to do, they go on vacation to enjoy a little bit of time away. They end up staying there because they like it. And then what happens? They run out of money because, I agree, Blue. I agree. Take their money away. Not even put them in jail. Put them on the streets. with all their bank accounts frozen and all their, everything non-accessible to them. That's what I think needs to be done. Live the way most of us do, off of pensions or whatever, or disability, or live off of that money and tell us how you survive 1 month on, what they give us for disability or welfare or whatever the case. They wouldn't. They couldn't survive. I can guarantee you that. Yeah, I needed to darken this tree up a little bit. Give it a little bit more vibrancy. Because it was looking a little dull for my liking. His Prime Minister has gotten away with doing... Oh, yeah. I know. I know, darling. We know all too well about that idiot. All right, so let me ask you, we're going to change the subject to back to coloring. What is the one thing when you're coloring, or when you go to choose a picture to color, what is the one thing that deters you from coloring that page? Most of the time, me, it's people, depending on the page. Or like a full-on portrait. If it's not pencil work's all done. Woo 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 woo. When they do decide to help homeless, mental illness. Oh wow, 3 people, eh? That's the thing though. Like, our governments get extra money to help build, like, I know in where I'm living now, they're trying to pass that tiny home shelter thing that's going on for the homeless. And they're taking the money and they keep saying, oh, there's building issues, there's, this, there's that, is stopping us from building and da 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 da. No, it's not. They just want to pocket the money and take off with it, and use it for what they think they need it for, And then the homeless end up, they get promised that, they're building these places for them. But anyways, back to coloring. Chalk pastels. You don't choose a page if you can't decide which colors. Yeah, a lot of the time I'm the same. I have to be able to see colors. I mean, it's not like right away, but when you're going through and you want to color a page, I have to be able to see colors for that page. Like this page at first, I wasn't 100% until I really looked at it, and then I was like, okay, I know which way I want to go with the tree. I know, stuff like that. But most of the time, it's people. If I can color something non-realistic, like with this fairy, because she is like enchanted, I can get away with that. That I'm fine with. But like people, I can't. I just can't. Most of my pictures, if you've noticed, are more enchanted, more kind of, non-realistic pages. I mean, yeah, I do have, a squirrel and stuff like that, but In my mind, it's an enchanted world, enchanted realm, different than the realm we are in right at the moment. So that's how I see things, to be honest. So just gonna blend out the harsh lines. So what else deters anybody from coloring a page? Like, what pushes you away from deciding on a page? And do you have a hard time choosing pictures to color? I know I don't plan my pages throughout a month. I am not great at that, to be honest. Um, that's one thing I won't do because to me, I set myself up for failure. I know some people who can, plan pages for a month, but I can't bring myself to do it. I have my own organized mess in my head, I guess you could say. And I don't usually color seasonal pictures. Like, you went for your eyeshadows. Very good, very good. Pick that gets my attention. Too many details in a page. I hear ya, I hear ya. Ugh, go away, flies. Okay. Yeah, I don't even do that. I mean, I'll color a page, and if it goes with, if anything on that page can work for the scavenger hunts or whatever the case may be, then that's a bonus. But I mean, sometimes I'll look at a page and say, oh, okay, this will work, and I can use this for this and that for that. And I mean, the odd time I'll look for a page. If I'm not sure what to color, I will refer to the scavenger hunt or some of the challenges in the group, and I will go there like that way and try to choose a picture that I could kind of like an idea or prompt in my head that I can use to choose a page to color. But aw, thank you, darling. A lot of people say that about the way I color Honestly Blue. Um, the first time Lynn saw me color, she was completely like the same way you are. Like, those won't go together. I don't, you know, the way Lynn was, she was like, oh my gosh, what's she doing? And then it was like, holy cow, that looks awesome in Lynn's head, right? That's the way Lynn was seeing it. Like, I can't believe that worked out the way it did. I have no idea how I do it. I just do, girl. Honestly, it's, yeah. And like I said, in my head, it's an enchanted tree. So, in an enchanted realm. So, yeah, that's what we opted for. And let me see. Am I going to go with the... I have to bring some color. I don't know if I should go yellowish, like a pale yellow, or... if I'm going to go teal. I might go teal kind of color. Right. Yeah, Lynn can explain it a little bit more. When she first saw me color, it was kind of out there, but okay, we'll try this and see how it goes. Actually, let's see. This one might work better than that green. Yeah. Try it this way. If it doesn't work, then I'll try my polys here. I have to. All right, we'll do what we can here with these colors. Thank you, Miss Lynn. Check something. I think I got all the colors I need, but that's definitely not a good color for that. No, that's green. I don't want green. I need... Actually, let me check my... These might work better because the Indras, for some reason, some pencils do not like working over top of them. So... yeah, these might work better. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm talking to myself again. Aw, thank you. I do have my own style, that's for sure. It's different to some people, my style, but, yeah. And yes, I can get a little crazy and weird with my colors, to be honest. But I find it's what, you know, whatever makes you happy when you color, to be honest. And believe it or not, like I said earlier, Zoe and Miss Lynn really helped me come out of my shell that way. Because I wasn't 100% sure about the color choices and the colors. And it was them who really made me feel a lot more confident in myself with my pictures. Okay, so I am using I don't even know what this color is called. Doesn't even say on it. My weird is beautiful. Yes, yes it is. Thank you, Miss Lynn. So I'm using like a light kind of, I don't know if it's teal or I don't know. Okay, go lay down. That's all right, honey. Ain't that the truth, Blue? That is definitely the truth, girl. We do, but, you know, we don't. That's the funny part. I mean, yes. Oh, it kicked out for a second. My goodness. There's only like 9 minutes left to the live, so probably just do these roofs here, and then pretty much call her done for today. That's what I think. Go away, fly. And I know the roofs on these are made of leaves, but it's okay. Leaves can be any color in my little world. Just putting it out there. That, and Denise is, you know, imaginative, crazy, wild world. I told Zoe yesterday, it's like I'm Alice living in Wonderland with all the bright, happy, fun colors. That is my realm. Let's just put it that way. That is my realm. That and Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. Give me stuff that colorful and I'd be happier than a pig in poop. Yeah, feel better, honey. Don't worry about this. I mean, you can always rewatch it. For some reason it says private, so I'm going to have to fix it to public. For some god-awful reason it's done that again. Okay, so now I am using my Heshang Ping. There's no name, I guess. No, what do you call it? Color name to it. I mean, technically I could color leaf by leaf, but I'm just too lazy for that, so, you know. And I'm speaking the truth. I'm too lazy for that shit. Oh. I mean, there is shading, which I need to do, like darker shade under each of the leaves. Like that's... I'll end up doing that, but... Okay, Lynn. These ones I'll have to do one by one because, well, this here I don't. But these leaves are a little bit more pronounced, so I'll have to do those one by one on this side here. Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. There's that one. It's okay, you think? What does that mean? Oh, Zoe, Zoe, Zoe. I think I need a different color here. It's the wrong color, I think. I don't know. No, that's not it. That's purple. Huh. Now we'll see. We shall see. We'll do our best with what I have. Yeah, it's the same color as that. Good. Okay, okay. Oh, my ear's itchy. Okay. Now we have to damn flies are like one fly dead. I don't know where the other one went, but it was here. Hi, Sue. How are ya? Okay. Then we take the light mint again and try to do our best to shade the rest of it if you can. I mean, it's not perfect, but good enough, I guess. I guess. Not perfect. And then I have this one that it's not perfect, but I kind of like it. It'll work for what I want. All right. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate that. This page is from the new Coco Wyo book, Bubble Worlds. If you're wondering. Thank you, thank you. Are you talking about Zoe's page or my page, Lynn? Either way, it's okay. Yeah. You're just saying that. And Zoe's is stunning. Her page. I absolutely love that page that she did. So Zoe, when are you live next, girl? I'm only picking. Okay. Well, it'll be nice to see Steve live. Okay. All right. Since I've gone over my time, this is as far as I've gotten. What do you guys think? Not sure about the background yet, but I kind of like it the way it is at the moment. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. I'll probably keep coloring it and see how far I get, but I'm going to end the live here. I want to thank you all for joining me. You guys are all amazing. I loved our little chats. And thank you, Miss Lynn. And thank you, Sue. And yeah, until my next one, remember Steve might be live. The Coloring Commander will probably be live tomorrow and Tuesday. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And until my next live, hopefully maybe Wednesday, depending how I'm feeling. Oh, great. Yeah. Remember to stay safe, be kind, keep smiling, happy coloring dreamers, and until my next live. Bye.